Hey everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino, back again for my lovely post-market wrap-up on this Wednesday, September 5th, 2018. We have to talk, you and me, so sit down, take a deep breath, and let's try to put a perspective on a few things that are going on right now. Let's start off with the basics. The stock market was all over the place today. All over the place. Finished significantly into the red. All of a sudden, some miracle happened. Stocks got bought up, went positive, went back down negative. Then we're kind of in and out of positive and negative all day long. This is how we finished with the Dow Jones Industrial Average fractionally higher, S&P fractionally lower. The NASDAQ took the biggest hit of the major indices. Now, how many of you know right now that global markets, all of them, are down, and down rather significantly, every single one? Probably not many of you are aware of that, and why is that? Because you're being kept in the dark. The Confederacy of dunces over there, they can't let you know that. It's all about what's happening here. Don't think outside the box. Don't even dream of looking over here. Just look here. That's all they want you to do. And that's really the truth. Now, if you noticed today, those of you that are paying a little bit of attention to this, earlier, and I explained to you the bond market, how, we had a significant sell-off there and nothing was going on, and I said yesterday I expected them to start buying it up. Well, that's exactly what happened today. Go look at the chart on my website. It's free for you. Everything is there. Right side of the page underneath the chat room, traderschoice.net, link in description of this video. Look at that bond market chart. They got in there and they started buying up those bonds. That prevented stocks today, in my view, from taking a bigger hit. I mean, really nothing happened today in the market. The dollar, which has been the big story here, did fall under some pressure today. You would imagine that would happen with the way it's gone almost parabolic lately. There's so many issues going on geopolitically right now. We got more bad economic news today. The trade gap, widest in 10 years. But, you're not supposed to know that. This is a boom. This is the best recovery, or actually not even a recovery anymore. We went from, from a depression into a recovery, into a boom. It just happened overnight. Interesting. I mean, the stock market has boomed. CEOs have gotten extremely wealthy. Middle class, not so much. It's always the same story. It will never change no matter who sits in that pretty white house over there. Gold and silver, believe it or not, did not fall today. The weaker dollar did push the price of gold and silver up. What does that mean in the grand scheme of things? I'm not really sure, but it was reported that the amount of short positions, that means people that are betting against gold and silver, apparently hit a record high. To me, that's a bullish sign. And think about why. When there are so many people on one side of a trade, who's left on the other? You understand? I'm not saying that gold and or silver are going to rebound. This is a fake market. Everything you can imagine is going to be done to keep them suppressed. Why? It challenges the dollar, challenges fiat currency. Oh, they can't let that happen. Just like cryptocurrencies. It's very sad. Cryptocurrencies today got hammered across the board. A lot of this was because Goldman Sachs came out and decided they weren't going to start trading cryptocurrencies, and cryptos took a big hit. Now, I do not know why one person who believes in the concept of a decentralized mode of exchange would ever want Wall Street to get more of their ugly hands on it. I personally, and that's the other reason why I got rid of mine, I don't want Wall Street in it. I want them to disconnect themselves from it. Of course, they didn't. They got the futures exchange out here. There is no doubt about it that there's all kinds of stuff going on with regard to cryptocurrencies. It cannot be allowed to really challenge the dollar on a grand scale. Just like gold and silver, it's the managed market. Like I explained to you this morning, everything is managed. This is not real. Nothing is real in this environment, other than what they tell you. You know, the card over there, or any mainstream media outlet, that's real. Even things that were not real have become real, and that's part of my issue with President Trump. You know, I voted for the guy, but during the campaign trail, this guy said all the right things, all the right things I wanted to hear. He was going to control debts. He was going to control deficits. He was going to fix the way unemployment numbers were calculated, because according to him, these numbers were, they were being faked to make President Obama look good. But those same numbers, they're being used the same way under President Trump, but now they're real? Makes no sense to me. It should not make sense to you. Anyway, let's see what happens in this crazy market. So understand, they did get in here today and start propping up that bond market. Dollar got weaker. These two dynamics are what? Stock market positive. Exactly. It's exactly what they are. Now, there is an issue. Around the world, like I started in the beginning, global markets are selling off. It seems that the emerging market currency meltdown that you're not hearing pretty much anything about from the COD, the issue with the German banks, the European debt crisis, the debt crisis here in America. No, you don't hear that, but it's affecting the rest of the world. They were getting the knee-jerk into the dollar. They cannot allow the dollar to get too strong. They'll figure out a way to weaken it. Don't know how, but that's the truth. And they're going to prop up that bond market. They cannot allow the debt market to have any sense of reality. It just won't happen. Remember, the issue with the debt market being that it's the largest market of them all, every single asset, everything you want to talk about, prices off of what's happening in the debt market. So rates will be suppressed from here until kingdom come. That is absolutely the truth. Although, I'm going to stick to my guns on this. We will get a raise to the federal funds rate this month. It's coming. They have to keep the illusion real. The illusion is very simple. The Fed's in control. Well, they are in control. They're running the show. They have a trading desk. So many of you wrote to me today that was stunned when you did your own research and found out, hey, the Federal Reserve actually does have a trading desk. How they're allowed to do that? I mean, you want to talk about inside information? Well, they can do that. They can also take pieces of paper, print numbers on them, and tell you that it's real money. Anyway, all right, let's reconvene in this spot. I'm not going to make a box. I mean, this spot right here. In the morning, going to be all kinds of fun. See you then.